Thank you guys for tuning into our first episode of Managing Vacation Rentals Like a Pro. Today we'll be going over what exactly vacation rental managers do and what are their responsibilities. So let's dive into the episode. Hope you guys enjoy.
What it is vacation rental managers do. What are they responsible for? Now, whether you are managing your property by yourself or you're looking to hire or you have a property manager, co-host, whatever you want to call them, and you kind of want to figure out what exactly do they do, this is the episode for that. So, I have my notes here. If you're watching the video and you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I got my notes, so make sure I don't forget anything. What does a vacation rental manager do? They are the ones who basically do a little bit of everything. They are responsible for the preparation of the property. They are responsible for the marketing, managing cleaners and maintenance. They're doing the inventories. They're the ones stocking up supplies. They're the ones handling the guest communications. They're the one looking for the guests, booking the property. They're the ones doing all the things, right? So we're gonna break down a little bit of everything, just to kind of get you a general understanding of what it is that they do. As far as the preparation part of it goes, they're the ones who are responsible for making sure that at the end of the day, it's prepared for guests to come and stay at your property. So whether it be you're hiring a vacation rental manager before the property is actually ready, most likely they're the ones who are going to be managing whatever needs to get done. So say you are doing some renovations or updates, your vacation rental manager are going to be the ones making sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do on time. Everything's on schedule. They're basically like a project manager at that point because your property's not ready. Now, some people, depending on who you hire, some people will charge you a different fee to do project management. So if you're doing any renovations, they're going to be the ones, like I said, who are making sure that the contractors, they're coming in on time, they're doing what they're supposed to do on a timely manner. They're the ones making sure that if any painting is getting done, that the painting looks appropriate, the painting is done correctly, and paint doesn't get on furniture. It happens. They're the ones who are literally taking care of anything that needs to be done to make sure that your property is ready to go, ready to receive bookings and get guests to come stay at your property. Like I said, some people do charge I don't know what they call it. They call, these vacation rental managers, honestly, they be out here charging fees, boy. They be out here fee for this, fee for that. So you got to be careful. Now, as far as, we talked about inspections. So when they come in, say a guest checks out and they want to make sure that the next guest that comes in, that there's enough toilet paper, that the refrigerator is working, the stoves are working, the AC is working, the TVs work, that there's batteries in the remotes. You know how many times just the battery situation alone happens? Even me as a guest, I've been through so many short-term rentals that couldn't watch TV because the batteries were dead or there were no batteries, period. So little simple stuff like that. They're the ones, either they come after the cleaners and they're making sure that the cleaners did what they're supposed to do. They going through the checklist, making sure everything on the checklist has been completed, making sure that they didn't forget to take out dishes out of the dishwasher, making sure that the tub is clean, the toilet is clean, making sure there's no hairs on the beds, making sure that they mopped and they swept, and even something as simple as making sure that the lamps all have working light bulbs, things like that. So they're going through the property and making sure the property is all guest ready. Now, you can hire someone else, like if you're a remote manager and you're managing by yourself, You can hire someone else to do the inspections for you, but you definitely want someone to go in and do these inspections, because you can have your cleaners do them, but your cleaners are usually the ones, of course, cleaning. So they're, what are they going to do? And inspect themselves? Of course they're going to say everything is fine. So you need that third party to go in after them and make sure everything is good. And then inventory, supplies and inventory. Like I said about the toilet paper, you want to make sure that if your house sleeps 8 guests, you want to make sure you have enough toilet paper for 8 guests. You don't want just one roll of toilet paper per bathroom. That's really not going to do anything for 8 guests, especially if you have 1 bathroom, 2 bathrooms. 2 rolls of toilet paper is not going to cut it. You want to make sure that there's soap, whether it be hand soap, dish soap, dishwashing soap. If you offer washer and dryer, it's nice to have amenities that even if it's like 2 Tide Pods or something, you want to give that starter package for your guests. So things like that. So inventory, you want to make sure you have enough sheets per bed. You want to make sure you have enough pillowcases per bed. You want to make sure you have enough spoons and forks, all things like that. These are things. I have a checklist, a free checklist for you if you are new to the space, or if you have a new property coming up and you kind of are lost about what you should have. I do have a free checklist that I can send to you. So just shoot me a message and ask for this list and I can provide it to you. And then of course, guest communication. So your vacation rental manager is the one who is reaching out to guests. They're sending check-in, check-out messages, making sure that they have their codes to get in the property, or at least they know where the keys are, they know how to get in, they know how to find the property. And if anything is wrong with the property, they're the ones that the guests are reaching out to. So the guests are like, say, hey, I can't get in, the code's not working. They're calling your rental manager, your vacation rental manager. Hey, the toilet is clogged, or anything that can possibly happen. The vacation rental manager is the main source of contact for the property between the guests and the property. So they're the ones who are getting the calls at 2-3 o'clock in the morning from drunk guests saying, hey, I can't get through the gate, or the door's not working, and really they're at the wrong freaking door. It happens. So yeah, they're the ones who is responsible for this. And they're also responsible for finding bookings. So your vacation rental manager, they're the ones who's listing it on hopefully multiple platforms, like not just Airbnb, but VRBO, maybe even Booking.com. I'm in Florida, so there's like FloridaRentals.com, maybe even Furnish Finders. There's multiple different platforms that you can put your vacation rental on, and they're the ones who are pushing out this listing, pushing out to these platforms to get eyes on your property. And hopefully the more eyes on your property, the more likely you are to get booked. So they're the ones who's responsible for finding these bookings. Also, I want to mention the cleaning and maintenance. So they're the ones who's scheduling the cleaners. After you get a booking, the booking comes in, the guest checks out. They're the ones making sure that the cleaners are scheduled to come in. They're the ones making sure that, if a wall or something gets broken, they're the ones calling the maintenance team or handyman or whoever to come in and remedy whatever needs to be remedied. For instance, I was managing a property, and the guest didn't say anything. They just checked out as if nothing happened. But the kitchen sink, I don't know if they were sitting on the kitchen sink or what they were doing, but the kitchen sink was broken and the faucet was like, it was like linked over, it was leaking. It was a really slow leak, so you really, like, just really looking at it real quick, you couldn't really notice. But I noticed it during my inspection. So that was something, the new guest was coming in the following day. So it wasn't a back-to-back booking, thank God, but there were new sets of guests due to check in the following day. So I had to make sure that I got someone out there to replace and fix what was going on with the leak, because you don't want a guest to check in and have a faulty sink. So these are all things that vacation rental managers are responsible for. These are things that they do. Now, every vacation rental manager that you have, they have different skill sets, and maybe one, as far as like the designing, maybe they have an eye for interior design. They can go in and say, hey, maybe you should switch out this, or, you know, these are amenities that the location and the market are really calling for. Maybe you should add this in. They're that person that is the local expert. Well, they should be that local expert. So they're the ones to let you know your listing is lacking this. Or maybe you can get more bookings if you were to upgrade, you know, your kitchen, or if you were to get new sheets. The sheets that are on there are like, you know, when you scroll through like Airbnb's photos, like you can see pictures of beds that have, I don't know how to explain it, but there are these sheets or quilts that old motels usually have. And whenever I see those sheets or quilts, whatever the hell they are, whenever I see those on a picture, it's instantly no. Makes the bed look really hard. It reminds me of an old motel that smells like cigarettes. I don't want to stay there. So simple little tips and tricks like that, they should be the ones to give you that advice and give you that, you know, hey, you know, maybe you should update this, or you do have a pool but there's no lounge chairs, or you do have a pool but you don't have any extra pool towels or things like that. So they're the ones to come and kind of give you that advice, let you know what, you know, your property should have, shouldn't have, safety issues. I do go once a year, I go around all my properties and I take the fire extinguishers and get them recertified. These are things that your vacation rental manager should do. If you have, you know, like the Ring cameras, they're the ones changing the batteries. So yeah, the vacation rental managers, like if you have one, they will literally take care of your property and let you be completely hands off. But if you are thinking of managing your property yourself, these are your responsibilities. It is your property, you are managing your property, and these are your responsibilities. These are something that if you want your vacation rental to thrive and you want your vacation rental property to be the best on the block and to have as much bookings and provide the value to your guests, these are things that you should be doing. These are things that you should be on top of. Now, if you're remote and you're self-managing your property, then these are things that you should delegate to others. Just because you are not physically local to your property does not mean that these things can't get done. These are things that there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it when it comes up to managing vacation rentals. These need to get done. So it could be you delegating these things, these tasks to other people, whether you're hiring a VA to communicate with your guests and get bookings, or in, you know, your marketing, or you hire your cleaner to do inventory and supplies, even like maintenance inspections. You can tell them, hey, if anything breaks, let me know. You're delegating these tasks to other people, and hopefully your team can come together and make sure that all these tasks get done, because once again, These are very important when it comes up to the success of your vacation rental. Now, that's all I have for today. If you have any questions or if you want to throw in anything that I missed, feel free. This is just kind of a quick outline of things that I do for my property owners and things that your vacation rental manager should be doing for you, or you should be doing for yourself if you are self-managing. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening on this podcast or YouTube video, however you are receiving this content. I appreciate you. I just wanted to throw out there and remind you guys that I am offering a one-on-one mentorship program where I teach you how to self-manage your property, your vacation rental, like a professional, from a professional. So if you are interested and you want to learn more on the things I offer, how many modules I go through, I'll be glad to answer any questions. Feel free to reach out, Jules the Realty on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And I will be throwing out some more content that gears more towards this topic and hopefully can help you guys scale your business, your vacation rental business, to the next level.